Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Career Focus series on the Success Insight podcast. The Career Focus series supports individuals pursuing careers that tap into their skills and passions and introduces you to the entrepreneurs and companies helping to make that dream a reality. Our guest today is Amy Hagstrom. Amy is a fiction writer focusing on book club suspense literary novels, and she is also a former member of the Outdoor Writers Association of America. That's how I met her. And also the Society of American Travel Writers. Amy, it's a pleasure to have you on the Career Focus series on the Success Insight podcast.
Thank you very much for having me, Howard.
Fantastic. Now, I do have to ask, where are you right now?
I am in sunny Ajijic, Mexico, which is outside of Guadalajara in the state of Jalisco, Mexico.
Fantastic. And I can only imagine beautiful weather, great food, and just a wonderful community.
Yes, we are discovering that the community here is so warm and welcoming and understanding of our beginning Spanish and generally just a really nice way of life here.
Very nice. Very nice. Now, you and I met via the Outdoor Writers Association of America and the we were online and the Facebook page, the OWAA's Facebook page. And I was, I think, originally interested in some of your outdoor writing, but then you kind of threw a curveball at me. You said, Howard, I'm not doing this anymore. And so what I would love if you could, for our listeners, and especially our folks that are going through career changes, there's so much churn around the world right now. People are doing work that they don't like to do. There's layoffs still happening. There's layoffs that are hidden by performance appraisals. They got to perform for performance appraisal. Okay, we're going to let you go now, which was just another way to do a layoff. So we're constantly looking for new careers. And as a coach, I also believe in careers that give us health, give us hope, give us happiness. And so I would love if you could share a little bit about your background, but I also want to hear about this pivot to becoming a fiction writer. So I've given you a
Sure.
lot to chew on. So this is your show right now.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, I spent over a decade in travel writing and I love it. I love traveling. I still love traveling. I started in that career because of a journalism career I had, and when I had kids, I took time off of that full-time career, and then I still wanted to travel with my kids. So I created a travel writing career for myself. Let's see, around 2010. And um, as they got older, I started doing more adventure travel. That's where we started connecting and soft adventure for families and um, mostly destinations in North America and Central America, some Europe. And um, I was feeling before COVID that was maybe phasing out because the kids get older and bigger and busier. And I was starting to write some fiction and had a hard time fitting everything into the day. Um, During the pandemic, as we all know, travel screeched to a halt temporarily. And it was a good moment for me to reassess what should I be doing during this time period since I just got my income taken out from underneath me, and how can I use this time as a way to pivot maybe more gracefully than I would have otherwise. And it kind of gave me a kick in the pants to try something new during that time.
So it's interesting. Your story, your why, that aha moment came about because of a good part COVID, and all of a sudden our livelihood went away even for a short time. And it sounded like it just rekindled this love of fiction and fiction writing and how to make that
Hmm.
happen. Uh,
Yeah.
what gave you the most satisfaction. And by the way, I would imagine travel writing has changed and what gets produced. And the reason I say that is I can't go on to a website that's giving me lots of articles and there's a top 10 this, top 10 that. Here's the 6 things that I take with me when I go on a 3-day vacation. Okay. And I mean, I
Yeah.
can't, and it seems like everybody's doing it. And as a
Mhm.
travel writer, an accomplished travel writer, your bread and butter is the word. And it sounds
Mhm.
like that word used to be, I don't know, the Capitol Grill in the past, and now it's more like going through McDonald's fast food. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, yeah, with the rise of it started really with making sure everything was SEO friendly, and then, of course, I mean, we won't even get started on AI and all the, headaches there, but it definitely I definitely wrote my share of listicles and top 10 da 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 da, and I always found that for me, the reason why I love travel writing is I fall in love with places. I always start with a place that captures me and I want to write about it. And so I was always a lengthy writer. And you're correct that in this market right now, with most articles and websites, there's less of a place for that. I'm not saying there's no place for that, because certainly travel essays are still valuable and I hope they remain forever. But I started realizing that I was inspired to write more about the places I fell in love with. And so I was starting to write fiction long before I stopped my travel writing career.
Okay.
But that gave me that moment during the pandemic, gave me that chance to really refocus and reprioritize what type of writing was speaking to me.